Here's an exciting update on NIO Park, which is the factory that NIO is building in conjunction with the local government in Hefei. So it's great to finally see some new footage, aerial footage, drone footage of the construction site, and vast progress in my view. So this is an exciting update of what is going to build this huge mega city of different buildings. It's not only for the factory for producing cars, it will be an entire living space. People will be living and working there. This NIO construction site manager here is also mentioning that it will have even NIO houses and other leisure places, and as you can see here, the buildings have already the main construction set up. If you remember, in February this was just a field of mud and nothing else, and then they started with the construction late April to May. And now we can already see in the background here how far this construction has come, and pretty busy with finishing the first parts of this huge industry park, which will not only be used by NIO but also for third-party suppliers, manufacturing, research and development, and other companies who will be suppliers to NIO as well. And in the ultimate build out, this will have a capacity of around about 1 million annual capacity. But it is expected when this plant will go online in the, I think, second half of next year, that it will have just a smaller output first, maybe around 300,000 vehicles per year in the first phase. And then it will gradually also improve the output. For NIO, this will have a range of positive effects, so everything is becoming closer in terms of that the suppliers are very close to the production site, and that should save costs, should increase efficiencies. And just like NIO's current model, which is lean on the financial and the capex side, this will be in this partnership production mode where all of these high quality cars are coming out in this factory, with a couple of future models that are possibly going to be announced also during NIO Day by the end of this year. And so it's great to see some moving images of this construction site, as this should instill confidence in investors that NIO is moving according to plan on what they announced that they're gonna do, that they're actually executing upon this. And so will this move the share price, yes or no today? Well, I would say that this will be largely up to how the funds are flowing and the macroeconomics. We still have lots of issue around the US with the debt ceiling, around China with Evergrande situation, all the stuff that I've talked in my previous video. So that may currently either depress or at least move the stock prices in either direction, and might be even more important than what is actually happening on the bottom line here. But as I'm always saying, like, this is a long-term investment, and so it's just important to see that the company and the fundamentals are moving in the right direction here. Meanwhile, Volkswagen Germany today announced that they may lay off as many as 30,000 workers or employees in order to become more competitive and cost effective, possibly feeling the heat here from Tesla, and possibly also seeing that the Chinese are coming, for instance with NIO entering the German market by Q4 2022. So we see lots of transition and disruption happening, lots of EV adoption driven by China, benefiting the companies like Tesla as well as the Chinese EV players, of course. And so for me, I think it will be a matter of time when we will see this reflected also in the stock price in the longer run. We also see the first signs, as I mentioned in the last video, of possibly a bottoming out, knock on wood. This may be wrong to call the timing here, but as I also tweeted today, BlackRock's Larry Fink mentioned that he is seeing extremely large flows into China from Europe, and this is exactly a call that I made in the very beginning of the China sell-off, that Europe is likely to benefit from the sell-off because there is less political agenda. It's easier for European investors to buy the dip in Chinese funds, whereas from US investors, I've got the feeling that there is less understanding of the ways that China is working, and also well, of course, some issues around the whole US-China situation, and that makes it less favorable for investing in Chinese stocks. But I think, as I outlined in my last videos, there are 8 reasons to see why this may change in the future. So for now, patience is still king, and then we'll see what happens next. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Hope it's informative, and see you in the next one.